I started out my day with an almond ricotta beet toast. I'll link the original recipe to this down below, but I basically just shredded some beets, drizzled over some olive oil, mixed in some za'atar spice seasoning mix, and laid this out on a parchment paper. I put this in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, and these are so delicious. I feel like you can add it to salads and so many other things. Then I got to assembling this almond ricotta, which is almonds, nut milk, olive oil. I used a little bit of lemon and some other spices, and it got really creamy. I had to blend it for quite a while though. And I assembled this vegan version of hot honey using agave, cayenne powder, and smoked paprika. And then assembled everything onto some nice, perfectly toasted toast. The ricotta got creamy, put the beets on top, and then I shredded some spinach and added that agave on top of everything. Hello, my fellow Earth Angels. Thank you so much for being here and joining me today for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm so hungry. I'm just gonna dig in. This is so good. You know when you try something and all the flavors are perfectly balanced? That's what this is, because it's salty and sweet, a little spicy. As many of you know, I live in a house with 5 roommates, and I'm going to make a bunch more of these and share this deliciousness with everyone because everyone deserves to try this. And this is what I look like most of the time when I'm eating with myself, just zoning out, being present with my mind and body, saying hello to the thoughts and stories lingering in my head. And while my roommate's toast was toasting, I just took a few moments to breathe into my body, into my tummy. And I love just anchoring in little moments of breath work or meditation or deep presence throughout my day. I feel like that's how I stay present, is just finding little windows where I connect to my breath. But I assembled the toast. It was delicious. It was a hit, and it feels really good to feed my friends. I feel like I understand how mothers must feel, because seeing someone enjoy food that you made, it just warms your heart, and the hugs that you get after it, it's like so incredible. Maybe the best thing ever. I feel like I'm not much for words in the morning, and I'm so much more in my feeling body, and I really love just honoring that. For a lot of my spiritual journey, I would prioritize a lot of other things before my practice. It just hits so differently, bringing your awareness to its expansive, omnipresent, energetic nature before rushing into everything else that this life requires of us. And to me, it just kind of feels like a lot of times we wake up and then we take these roles that we're in and we forget that we can wake up and just be, and that we can have a moment beyond everything that we're supposed to do and the perceived roles that we're supposed to take. It's like waking up and remembering that you fully claim yourself, that you belong to yourself first. And doing that first thing in the morning just ripples out into everything else. And I'm just sharing this because there are a lot of moments where I feel pent up energy, or I feel stress or anxiety, and I'm just really focused on getting things done, but I just don't do them as good. I don't enjoy my life in those moments or days, and I have been frequently reminding myself, hey, you can take a 5-minute break and literally fill up your whole cup and have a whole change in perception and a shift in your reality just by doing 5 minutes of breath work, doing some alternate nostril breathing, doing some seated cat-cows, deep belly breathing, doing a downward dog and forward fold. That's 5 minutes out of an hour that will shift the rest of your experience, and how just refining my breath and calming my nervous system is really valid and important to do. I just think about that a lot, like where is my energy resting at most frequently? What are the quality of my thoughts? What is my internal landscape looking and feeling like? And I love discussing this with my friends. Like, did you have good thoughts today? Or how did your mind treat you today? I think those are really cute questions to ask, and I'm genuinely curious, and it's something that I'm always trying to refine, is my moment-to-moment experience. Because these little moments are what make up our entire lives. I'm just so aware of the passing of time and of the fact that all of eternity is taking place at once. But I'm just trying to live every single day, being honest with myself, claiming the moment I'm in, and knowing that every single breath is such a gift. how beautiful these leaves are. She's thriving. When I found her, she was mostly dead. And I'm gonna keep taking care of this baby. I've watered my plants, I've watered myself, and I just took these superfoods. This isn't sponsored, but I wanted to show you everything that I eat in a day. This has 4 different adaptogens that help with stress management, reducing physical, mental, and emotional fatigue, boosting energy and mood, and protecting from oxidative stress. And I've only been taking these for about a week. I take 2 capsules in the morning, and I really notice a difference with my energy and my clarity. And it might just be placebo, but also superfoods are incredible. This is what it looks like. I'm hiding my nails because they are always dirty. I'm always playing in the earth, but this has amla, rhodiola, ashwagandha, and shatavari. And placebo works, and also superfoods are amazing. So I've been really enjoying that. I really care about my brain health. It's why I really like to read and do new things and push myself outside of my comfort zone. And I feel like health just goes beyond what we're putting in our bodies with food. It's our conversations, the media that we're absorbing, the amount of time we spend on social media, and our thoughts and beliefs about ourselves, and the chemical imbalances that we may have. So I try to check all the boxes and really have that full spectrum, holistic, healthy lifestyle that isn't just focusing on one aspect of health, because everything is so interconnected. So I've been really liking that. But I'm gonna make myself a salad and get to working on some emails and then bike into town and run some errands. So let's go make a salad. This is my go-to salad. It's extremely easy and boring, I'm not gonna lie, but I personally love it. I think it's delicious. I'm cutting up some tempeh, and this I just seasoned with lemon and garlic and onion powder. I did the same thing with this broccoli, except I used olive oil, and I just kind of prepared all of that, mixed it all up with the spices, and put it in the oven to get nice and crispy. And then I assembled my salad. This is just some fresh lettuce from the farmer's market. I added some fermented sauerkraut, cucumbers, sprouts, and I drizzled bitchin sauce all over the top, which is pretty much my go-to sauce. And I get so full from salads because they're so big. I just try to make them as big as possible, and it really is a whole meal for me, and I really thoroughly enjoy this salad. So yummy. And for anyone who doesn't want to spend around $8 for a dressing like bitchin sauce, it's really easy to make dressing with tahini sauce. Something that I really like is a little bit of tahini, lemon, liquid aminos, and maple syrup. Mix that all together. It's a pretty balanced salad dressing. You can also do lemon, olive oil, garlic, and onion powder. That's really yummy. I have tried out a lot of different vegan products, different soy products, things with protein in them, and a lot of times they make me bloated, but tuning in with my body, tempeh is really works for me, and I feel like it's just fermented and it can be really healthy for you in moderation, so I really like it. And as always, tune into your body and how it feels after you eat a meal, because that is the biggest indicator of what is healthy for you and your unique gut biome. And this is genuinely how I eat a lot of the times, just no screen, nothing playing around me, just sitting in silence with myself so I can really listen to my bodily hunger cues and just be present with my food and not rush it and make this whole ritual of eating and cooking a moment of meditation and anchor into peace and calm. I just got back from running errands. I wanted to show you my little outfit of the day. I bike everywhere. I don't have a car, so I like to wear things that are functional and kind of cute, like this romper. This is secondhand from ThredUp, but by the brand Free People, and it's kind of loose on the shorts. They're kind of huge on me, and don't mind the white spots. That's from baby powder. But I'm wearing some black socks and some secondhand loafers. These are by the brand Steve Madden. I recently picked them up from my storage unit in New York, and I just love the way that loafers look. They're probably one of my favorite pair of shoes because they're just so comfortable and look very put together. And then I just have a thrifted bag, and that is my second outfit of the day. Really comfortable. My friend just picked up some food from this vegan spot, and I decided to get something too. This is a vegan quesadilla. It has vegan cheese and beans and jalapenos. It was really good. I'm probably going to eat another half of it and then film and then eat the other half. It's kind of random. Quesadillas are one of my comfort foods. I remember when I broke my heel, I would go to doctor's appointments every other week, I feel like, for physical therapy. And after, my mom would always take me to this restaurant called Friendly's, and I would get a cheese quesadilla. And I feel like you can make them relatively healthy. I don't really know what healthy is, and I feel like it's tricky to define anything as healthy because I'm healing from my obsessive healthiness and allowing myself to eat whatever I want. And that's healthy for me. I'm just trying to love myself and fuel my body. And it feels so good to be productive. And it really helps my mental health to know that every day I'm doing something to feed into my dream reality. I'm just finding a balance, which is an everyday feat. I made a simple smoothie with 3 apple bananas, quite a few handfuls of spinach, flax, and chia seeds, and some nut milk, and just took that on a little journey into my front yard to say hello to the trees and the plants and the clouds. Ending the night with a smoothie, kind of random, but not a bad nightcap. I added some chia seeds and flax seeds to this. I don't really eat processed sugar, so when I'm craving sugar, I really like to eat fruit. And because I didn't show you a dinner recipe, I wanted to throw in this little noodle dish that I ate the next day. I was super excited to eat noodles and share space with my loved ones. I was just heating up some pad thai rice noodles, and for whatever reason, I didn't heat up this coconut milk, but I mixed together coconut milk and tom yum paste, and this alone is really yummy. I definitely recommend heating it up. I don't know why I didn't, but I added my noodles, my broccoli, tempeh, furikake on top, and more of that spicy agave, and this was so delicious and so filling. I just love noodle dishes because you can add anything to them. This is literally one of the easiest recipes you could ever possibly recreate from one of my videos. I love tom yum flavor. This is not traditional. I don't think pad thai noodles normally go in tom yum soup, but I was just using what I had lying around. And I have to say, it's amazing. I also don't think broccoli or tempeh would go in this dish, but I guess it's a dish of my own creation. And you can totally add roasted tofu, mushrooms. On Saturday, I went over to my friend's house who had just purchased a waffle maker, and this was so exciting. We made a lot of waffles using just Bob's Red Mill waffle mix, and it's just, oh my gosh, so fun and so satisfying to make waffles, especially on a Saturday morning. There's something about it. I added cinnamon to the mix and agave and just chopped some fresh strawberries. And this was the spread. We also made some potatoes that were baked and seasoned, and I added the strawberries. We made a little blueberry compote, which is basically just cooked, warm, syrupy blueberries. It was delicious. We also had some vegan cream cheese on the table, which I didn't go for, but I drizzled this with maple syrup and added a little bit of coconut milk. We attempted to make a coconut milk whipped cream, but it just kind of was milky. It was really good though. 10 out of 10, loved it. And then that kept me full all day, and then I had kind of a family dinner, so we made some jackfruit tacos and vegan nachos. This was delicious. This is just some seasoned jackfruit. There were roasted veggies, avocado, and nachos made out of Violife vegan cheese, which is so yummy. It's Sunday and I made a charcuterie board. This one is probably pretty lame compared to other vegan charcuterie boards out there. I'm not really sure what constitutes as a charcuterie board. In fact, I never really understood the appeal until this very one that I've made that doesn't even really count. There's no grapes or like variety of cheese, but it's basically like adult Lunchables, and to make it vegan is just so delicious. I feel really excited about this, but this is my breakfast slash lunch today. I feel like I have a more expanded palate now. But let me show you what I put on my plate. These are gluten-free rice toasts, they're called. And then I use this brand of Chow creamy cheese. I love this particular vegan cheese. And then I use these kind of smoky flavored prosciutto deli slices. These are soy-free, which I'm really into, and they have lupini beans. It's really yummy. I love the smoky flavor, and I feel like it all just ties together really well. So this is what I'm having for my kind of first meal of the day, and I'm not mad about it at all. It's so good. It was a pretty hot day, so I decided to make some cold soba noodles, which is a more traditional Japanese dish, but I couldn't remember exactly what the ingredients were supposed to be, so I was just making this up from my memories of my dad making this for me. I started off by cooking soba noodles and some frozen edamame, shredding up some carrots and mixing that in with some purple fermented cabbage, and then the sauce was the main thing that I just did not remember what was supposed to be in it. So I just mixed together liquid aminos, a little bit of rice vinegar, sesame oil, sriracha, and agave, and it's really salty. I unintentionally poured all of the sauce into my one plate of noodles, but really you're supposed to dip each bite of cold noodles into the sauce and then put it in your mouth. It ended up being so delicious and so good. And another really easy sauce that you can put on any kind of noodles is just tahini and coconut aminos mixed together. That's kind of a go-to, but I've been trying to diversify my sauce game a little bit. We're working on it. And then for dinner, I just had this rainbow wrap with avocado, beets, cucumber, sauerkraut, and sprouts with some leftover crackers. I feel like this was my one veggie-filled dish for the day, and it was delicious. It's Monday, and I just wanted to show you my outfit of the day. Everything is secondhand, and I'm living for it. I'm loving for it. I love a little monochromatic moment. I thank you so much for watching and joining me on a little weekend of food. I had fun. I hope you had fun. I'm just feeling so nourished on all the levels, and thank you for being here and witnessing my journey. I cherish you so deeply. I will see you in a video soon, I hope. Bye!